was a woman that left a response on one of my videos. So a few years ago, I did a video called I Rejected Her Because She's Out of My League. And it was talking about this guy who basically he connected with a woman and they were talking back and forth for a little bit. And then she just ghosted him for like 3 months, right? Came back, started reconnecting with him, talking to him again, and was like trying to push, hey, we should meet up. Hey, I want to see you in person. Hey, we should meet up. And guy was just like so in his head about not being the right guy or being shorter than her or all this other stuff that he self-sabotaged by never agreeing to meet up. And eventually she just stopped asking and then found some other person, right? And I try to stress to you guys that just because you think you're out of a woman's league, all that matters is if she sees you as somebody that's in her league and a potential dating partner, then sometimes you got to bypass your low self-esteem and go with what she's thinking and feeling. If she's saying you're good enough for me, you got to go with that and get out of your head that you're doing her a favor by preemptively cock-blocking yourself from her. So I had a woman that actually commented under that I thought would be good for you guys to hear. So this woman said in response to that video, I'm one of those women and it feels awful. So she's saying she's very much like the woman in the video that is like, I have a guy that I like, and I'm like, dude, I want to be with you, but because of the guy's low self-esteem, it's not happening. So she says, the guy in question, he put me on a pedestal. He put me on a pedestal and won't take me off of it. And that's why I tell you guys, women don't want you to think of them like higher up. Like they want to be the ones that are coming into your frame. They want to be the ones that are looking up to you. Most women you're going to date are going to be shorter than you. And so by proxy of that, they're going to look up to you. That is a metaphor. Women want to look up to you. And part of that is they want to look up to a guy that has confidence and that thinks highly of himself. So when you come and try to put them on the pedestal and say, well, I'm less than you, women don't want that. Women don't find that attractive. And women don't understand why you as a guy are even doing that in the first place. She says, I've shared with him some of my flaws because she doesn't want to be on a pedestal, that yes, I may be attractive and likable. I have my own issues and challenges that are his strengths. I see how he could be an authentic partner, someone who I can be my flawed self with and be unconditionally loved and vice versa. He can make me feel safe, seen, and cherished, which men who think they have a lot of options don't. And so here's the thing, right? What she's saying right here is absolutely true. Like, part of the reason women don't want to be put on a pedestal is because they know internally that they have flaws. Whether or not you've been able to see them yet, they know they can be a bit anxious or nervous, or they got that weird mole on the side they haven't shown you yet, or they feel apprehensive about how they look sometimes. And so they know going into it that because they have these flaws, they don't want somebody that's coming in look at them as if they're perfect, because what if they can't live up to that ideal? They know they're going to end up disappointing you, and that's going to be, to them, a worse fate than death. So, yeah, they want a guy to come in and be able to authentically see them as a flawed person that you're still going to love in spite of her flaws. And unfortunately, most guys go into thinking, I got to see her as perfect and she can do no wrong, and that puts a lot of pressure on a woman. And once a woman starts feeling pressure to have to be perfect all the time, you're going to probably lose that woman. So, and then she also says, she said a thing about like men who have a lot of options aren't able to make them feel safe, seen, and cherished. Well, understand, guy, as a guy, you need to always have the thought process that you can get you can get other women and that you have a lot of options, but that the option that you choose also deserves to feel safe, seen, and cherished. So it's not that when I tell you guys you need to feel as though you can get a lot of options, that doesn't mean that that when you choose an option, you don't treat them as special, because there's going to be levels of you're going to treat them a bit different than other women. It's just, I don't want you to buy into the lie that she's any different than other women. Like, the woman you're with, as great as she is, she can still lie. She can still talk behind your back. She can still have days where she's not going to be her best self and unintentionally say something to hurt your feelings. Like, I want you to have a realistic version of this woman that you're going to see as special, but not so special that she's like a rare unicorn that won't act like other women, if you catch my drift. So anyway, so she says, but he only sees what he wants to see in our potential. He only lets me in to a certain level so we don't get to know each other more. He doesn't want to see the real me because he already believes he does, and this glossy version isn't accurate. I would be totally supportive, helping him with his looks so he feels more confident. Just a little styling and grooming goes a long way. We women just like it when men do self-care, like how they prefer we do the same. Exactly. Women, and this is a lie that a lot of men buy into because we think that women want us to be 100% perfect or have six figures in the bank account and six-figure abs and all sorts of stuff. And the reality is most women I have found just want a guy that's able to see them in a real way and approach them in a real way and care about them and show that they not see them as equals, but that they deserve equal treatment, you know? And so many guys think if I'm not this, you know, these are the guys that are like, if I'm not 100% perfect, if my life's not 100% there the way it needs to be, if I don't have the job that's 100% making the money, then blah, blah, then I'm not worth dating and I have no value. And as a guy that has dated women while living on other people's couches, while having next to no money, while not having a job of any kind, I can assure you, despite the negative reputation that a lot of the red pill spaces say about women, most women are fine with that if the guy's willing to be a little more open and show that he's able to care for her and not judge her. Like, women I find are willing to date a guy that has less if he's not judging her for having more. And I find a lot of guys, unfortunately, live in that space where I got to be the breadwinner, and if I can't be, then I'm going to preemptively assume she's going to judge me, and so I'm going to feel some kind of way about that. I've just found that not to be true, and that's maybe my experience. But also, I have a healthy level of self-esteem about myself to where I don't let, you know, women earning more than me or being in a better position than me hit on my self-esteem, you know? And so, yeah, most women just want a guy that's going to, like, you know, show up a little bit better, you know, maybe not have to be in a tux all the time, and maybe like iron your shirt, maybe have a pants to shirt combination that like works well together, stuff like that. Women will like that, you know, putting a little effort forth. And that way, they find if you as a guy are willing to do that, you'll feel better about yourself. Your self-esteem will be boosted. And now she can respect you more. But most men are just like, I want to be as I am and be in this wrinkled shirt and smell weird or whatever. You're not going to keep women like that. She says, he could help me not be so intimidated at the gym and stand by me when I have to deal with my abusive, toxic family. He has no idea what he could offer to improve my life. And after several earnest attempts, I have to let this mutually empowering potential go. So what she's saying, I don't want to be seen as perfect. I don't think this guy's out of my league, but he thinks that, and that's hampering our connection. And women at large, they want you to have a healthy level of self-esteem. But this is why I tell you guys that you have to take off the table what you think women should want from you and look objectively at what you're offering, what's being said yes to, and then decide, is what she's saying yes to good enough? Because here's the reality. If you're a guy that, like, you're a blue collar guy, you're making $50,000 a year, women will date you. But if your mindset is, I'm not good enough where I'm at for women to date me, then you're going to preemptively get rid of women that actually want to be with you because you have a good personality, because they like the fact that you have hours to spend with them. The friend I talked about earlier in the show, she was saying that she dated guys that had that 9 to 5 and make six figures, but they never have time for her. They're not emotionally available. They're not willing to give her what she really needs in a relationship. And so even though the freelance guy she's dating is just kind of like, he's not earning the money she wishes that he would earn, he's able to do all these other things to where she feels like this is one of the better relationships she's had, right? So you got to take your judgment on the table of what you think women should want and say, this woman's telling me that how I am right now is totally cool. And she doesn't seem to be joking about that. So you know what? Let me go with that. Now, if you choose as a guy to want to do better for yourself as a result, fantastic. I think it's great if you're like, I want to do better for the betterment of this relationship, for the betterment of her, for me, or whatever. But also don't ignore her when she's saying, but how you are right now is totally fine. And I think too many men do the thing of self-sabotaging by trying to move themselves out of the way, thinking that I'm doing good for the woman by moving myself. And you have no idea. You're not listening at all to what she's saying she wants, which is you as you are right now. Just want to put that out there for you guys. Hey there, thanks for tuning in to Harry Dating Convos. Don't forget to visit harrywilmington.com to download my free ebook, Texting Women Like a Boss. And while you're there, if you're ready to take things to the next level with your dating life, check out the Get Girls Academy membership program for exclusive strategies and live coaching. Go to harrywilmington.com to learn more and join today. Lastly, if you've got a question you'd like answered on one of these shows, leave a comment below or write me at harrywilmington@gmail.com. I'll catch you on the next one. Peace.